Wow. Your brother from the gutter, the slick one back behind the wood for the open bar. Slick's open bar. Never a cover, never a minimum. And I just found out something that totally blew my mind. I was reading, and did you know that the Nazis were on meth? Well, they called it Pervitin. Like the Nazis invented meth. And they claim that amphetamines fueled the German Nazi blitzkrieg. That they were all hopped up on crank. And they did studies and found that the soldiers that were on meth were more willing to battle and stayed awake longer. Geez, I wonder how. Nazis on meth. It was a real thing. You know, that would have been a great name for a punk band. Don't you think, back in the late 70s? Nazis on meth. Yeah. Anyways, I've been busy with a lot of bullshit lately, and things are slowing down now. Things are actually starting to look a little bit brighter for the old slick one. So the Bills getting it on this weekend. Today, actually, as I record this Slickcast on Sunday, late Saturday night, Sunday morning, because that's how I roll in the midnight hours. All amped up on caffeine and black licorice. Make your teeth black like a pirate. Arr. So the Bills getting it on against the Los Angeles Rams on Sunday afternoon later today. And this is going to be a good matchup for the Bills. You know, the Rams are a tough opponent. They're 6-6, but they've won like 5 out of the last 7 games. So they have a really good defensive line and young players, a good pass rush, but the secondary is kind of shaky. The linebackers are kind of mediocre. They are not ranked very high, but they do pressure the passer. They do get pressure, but all in all, the defense not ranked very high, the Rams. So the Bills should be able to get the job done. I would hope so, for Christ's sakes, in Los Angeles later this afternoon for the Bills-Rams game. Saw a lot of Buffalonians on the news, the 11 o'clock news. People walking around. They say everywhere you look, there's, Bills fans down there for this game. So it ought to be a good one. Kickoff is at 4:25, and I believe it's on Fox. And the Bills are 3.5 point favorites, is what I'm trying to say. And the Rams be getting healthy. That's right, for the first time in a long time, both Cooper Kupp and the other wide receiver, Nakua, is healthy. And Higbee, the Tyler Higbee, the tight end, may be back for this game as well. So we're going to get the Rams. They got a pretty good running back there, too, has almost 1,000 yards. We got a pretty tough day of work ahead against the Los Angeles Rams offense. Who knows? This could be a shootout, this game. You never know. You never know.
What the hell's going on out here?
And how about that CEO from United Healthcare that was assassinated the other day? The dude just walks up to him and he has a silencer and just pops a cap in the guy. Gets a gun. The gun gets jammed. He unjams it, fixes it, used a silencer, and has since then evaded the police. However, as I record this podcast, the New York Police Department are searching a pond in New York's Central Park for the gun. There is reason to believe that it may be there. Of course, they found his backpack and some other shit. They claim they got some fingerprints. So they got a lot of film of them. But here's the thing. A lot of people are saying, who cares? You know, I mean, there's one less wart on the ass of humanity. You know, people are not being, very sympathetic. And can you blame them? The way health insurance companies screw people over on a daily basis. I mean, denying claims for people like wheelchairs, medicine for cancer patients. And United Healthcare had the highest percentage of rejecting people. So if anything good can come of this, and I don't know if anything good can ever come of somebody being wasted, but it just goes to show America's frustration with the healthcare system, which is a for-profit healthcare system, which is only concerned about making money for their shareholders, their stupid shareholders. It's all about the shareholders. They could give a shit if they deny somebody's cancer medication. And that was written on the shell casings. Delay, deny, and depose. I don't know why we can't go back, I think, prior to the 1970s. I remember hearing that the healthcare system, and I haven't read a book on this, but the insurance companies were non-for-profit. So you got your health insurance, and the company was not allowed to make a profit. And then they changed all that, you see. I think it was during the Nixon era, if I remember the story correctly. So, listen, it's out of control. The profits that these insurance companies are making, billions of dollars, CEOs making $20 million a year. So, not a lot of sympathy for this guy. And if you read the comments, it's interesting to read how much hate there is out there. And the guy that shot him, maybe somebody in his family got screwed over by a health insurance company. Hey, you never know. It was so bad, United Healthcare Group had to turn off comments on its post about Thompson's death. Thousands of people were liking and hearting it, with a few even giving it the clapping emoji. Listen, they got to do something. They got to fix healthcare in this fucking country. I mean, how long have we been saying that? Single payer would have been the best thing. Either if they can't do that, then go back to having the insurance companies be non-for-profit, right? Where the CEO is making, I don't know, maybe $250,000 a year or something. Like, Byron Brown money, nothing big. All right, that's all I got for you right now. On Slick's Open Bar, where there's never a cover, never a minimum, I gots to go. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, because my life depends upon it at this point. And don't forget, we are streaming all over the place. All these streaming platforms you know and love: Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, iHeart. And yes, we originate out of Podbean. And if that's all too much for you, well, you just go to my old website, slicktom.com, and there's a link. The old website isn't there anymore, but there's a link to the Podbean with a list of all the wonderful episodes, life-altering episodes. All right, until next time, remain calm, circle the wagons, go Bills, live fast, die old, and yes, as always, weed, whiskey, and Warren Zevon. Bitches.
Hail to the king, baby.